Welcome into the Dloading podcast, everybody. I got my friend Darric Blockman here, Cutz by Block here in Spokane, Washington, in the Valley. Darric, how are you doing today?
Doing well, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on, my friend. Guys, Darric, I've known a long time, family friend for sure. Big brother I've known for about 8, 9 years now, believe it or not, and now as a barber in Spokane. Derek, why don't you introduce yourself, kind of where people can see your work, your Instagram, all that stuff, and kind of what who you're cutting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Just a little biography and background.
yeah, for sure. So I'm Darric Blockman, Cutz by Block on Instagram. You can go follow me there. Check out some of my work. You could also book a cut with me through my bio. It's the Cut app, and it'll have my link there. You can go schedule right there. Nothing else really social. Um, But yeah, no, I cut all ages, 1 through probably 100. I cut basketball players, Division 1 basketball players, football players, business professionals, whoever it may be. I can cut them. So that's what I do here at Exclusive.
That is awesome, man. So, guys, this is going to be a little different episode because I'm really entrepreneur led, as you guys can see with my podcast, and I love having other people on, hearing their stories. So I'm really excited to have Darric on here for episode 8. Darric, let's get right into it, man. So, every entrepreneur has that idea where they're like, wow, I really want to do this. I have a passion. This past year going into 2022, I was like, wow, I really want to do a podcast and have people on and meet new people and all that good stuff. So, when was the first time or even moment you were like, I want to be a barber?
Yeah, I would have to say probably around 8 years old. I've been going to the barber shop since 6 or 7, and after a couple years, I realized like, man, it's just always such a great feeling. Come into the barber shop, leave feeling on a high note. You look fresh. You have a great conversation with your barber. You feel cared for. So I mean, it's really the experience that I fell in love with, and I just love to provide that for other people.
Awesome, awesome. So take me back to 2020, crazy year, heart of COVID. You're still in high school. Um, what made you decide to really become serious during that time in our lifetime, to become a full-time barber the next couple years eventually?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, shoot. As everyone knows, everything was closed down. No one could get haircuts, anything like that. And I've always been an entrepreneur since probably 6th grade. So, I figured, hey, how can I make money during this time? There's no basketball, there's no anything. So the next best thing was barbering. And for me, that was the best decision I probably ever made in my life. So,
There, okay, okay. So let's go back to 2020 a little bit. I mean, um, some people even say some people it really hurt their businesses, of course, with small businesses, but some people it really helped.
yeah.
Do you think 2020 in a way helped you get your name out there, with so many people just sitting around at home on their phones, on social media, just hanging out and such? Do you think that kind of helped your brand in a sense get started in Spokane?
Yeah, yeah, for sure, 1,000%. And even just one post that I made of a super, super, super below average haircut, sparked a little something. And then that's when people start hitting me up. I start posting a couple more pictures. I'm in the garage. People start coming, and then it starts turning into the kick it spot. And then my name gets out further and further and further. Then I got more people coming in. So it really was just a blessing. I'm truly thankful. It was right time, right idea. Um, but just the support overall is beyond measure. So I really thank everyone who came in, got a haircut, said what's up to me back in the garage. Because if it wasn't for all the people supporting me, I wouldn't be here in the barbershop right now. So
Right, that's completely awesome. Every entrepreneur, I like to think they're confident in their work, there's always doubts. There's always doubts when you start your own business.
Oh yeah.
But when was the first time for you when you're like, dang, I think I can really do this? You started to really feel confident. I mean, you're starting your business. What time were you like, okay, I can, start getting a lot more people and really upgrade being a great service to people in the area?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, probably my big one as of late. I just recently made a post. I had cut Mark Few's hair for the NCAA basketball tournament, and that really helped me blow up a little bit in the sense of community terms. So it's definitely brought me some more clientele, and it's just tremendously boosted my name. So it's done nothing but great things for the business.
Right. Do you think, we all start from something. We all start, I'm here at my house doing my podcast. You were in your garage in April of 2020, May of 2020. Do you think that, those experiences really helped, kind of grow who you are and who you've met and all that kind of situation with in the barber industry and just meeting people that way instead of just trying to go straight to a barber shop, if that makes sense?
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure, and it made me realize that I had to start becoming a man in the sense that if I want to run any sort of business, I have to take myself seriously and I have to take my clients seriously. So I learned that from pretty early on in the barbering process. So I mean that really helped catapult me, bringing more clientele. So definitely.
So yeah, guys, Derek as well played sports throughout his life. Played with my younger brothers on the same basketball team for years. Let's kind of talk about that because I think it's important for people nowadays to meet people and understand that because I feel like nowadays a lot of the time people just don't really want to talk to people. They don't want to get to know people. Do you think sports is such a good way of coming together and meeting new people? Do you think that helps your business? I mean,
For sure, for sure. I mean, I personally I would say probably 50% of the basketball players who I played with actually get haircuts from me now. So, um, growing up, I learned that your network is your net worth. So that's what I've come to realize, and it's definitely important to reach out to people, check in on people, make sure everybody's doing okay. The more you get your name out there, the more people are gonna keep that in the back of their mind, and that's what's going to bring them in. If you're up in people's face all the time, they have no choice but to see that. So, definitely, basketball community out here has helped me a lot. So, very grateful for Spokane basketball community.
sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know, right?
Amen, amen, Daners.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your family. Going to your parents in high school and saying, I want to start my own business. It's a tough kind of thing going on. You're a junior in high school. I mean, it's a big step saying that kind of stuff. What was that like? Sitting down with your family and you're like, hey, I want people coming to my house during the craziest time maybe of our lifetime and getting haircuts. What was that like? How did that go?
For sure. Well, number one, most grateful for my mom and dad because I would be nowhere without them right now. So definitely shout out to them. But yeah, going to them, talking to them about starting to cut hair in the garage, it wasn't too much of a surprise because I've had that infatuation with barbering for so long. But they were definitely on board because, like you said, it was just such an awkward time in life and just looking for something new, something to keep me going. I'm sure a lot of people know I like to be super busy. I'm always on the go. So that was something for me to just stay occupied. Obviously, out of trouble. I'm not a troublemaker, Dane, but kept me out of trouble. But yeah, no, it was a great conversation with my parents, and they definitely supported me all the way through. So uh, that was nothing but smooth sailing. So shout out to my mom and dad.
Right, that's awesome. So, guys, thank you so much for also subscribing to the channel. Episode 8 here with Darric Blockman. So guys, Darric has two brothers, one younger, one older. Let's ask this fun one. When did they let you cut your hair and how long? And kind of give us that background story there, because I know your older brother. He takes his cut serious, which everyone should. But let's give the fans kind of that background information there from your brothers letting you cut their
Yeah,
hair.
man. You know brotherly love. It's tough love, but yeah, I probably didn't get to cut big bro for 6 months, I want to say. So definitely took a
Six
while for him to
months.
trust me. Yeah, but little bro, he was a little more lenient. He knew he wasn't going anywhere special, so if I messed up, it wasn't anything crazy. But yeah, I'm glad they even let me try in the first place. But yeah, definitely took a little while with big bro.
That must have had to feel a little rewarding too. When you have to.
Yeah, and then the fact that I got it down was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I like that the big bro challenged you and wanted to make sure everything was good before he let you cut his hair.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a big bro thing. He's doing big bro things.
Right, that's awesome. So, I think in my experiences, communication in the barbershop, like you said, is huge. You build a friendship, I feel like, with my barbers, with you cutting my hair for years now, a couple years. Have you had what was, something meaningful that maybe a client said to you or something that you really took away from one haircut appointment? You're like, dang, like that's something I need to be doing, in life or whatever it can be. Do you have any good memories like that you want to share to the podcast?
Oh yeah. Actually, very recently, I wouldn't normally say names, but this is a standout guy, standout dude. But Donnie Santos, um, one of my good friends. He's a trainer of mine. Um, he we were sitting down, just cutting his hair, and he was like, talking about D. What is so inspiring about this barber thing? What could you do more of? What excites you? And I told him, I genuinely love making people's days feel better. Um, I want them to know that they're cared for. The haircut is just a little cherry on top. But he told me, then if that's what you like to do, then make that your purpose. You have people come into your chair, ask them how their day is. You show them that you care about what's good in their life, what's bad. You're there to help them. So he gave me a whole lot of advice on caring for your clients. So even more than I already do. So I appreciated that, and that's something that has stuck with me for a very long time, and it's still there.
Right. I think that's super important, I know Derek has a lot of good people in his corner, guys, so that motivation for sure is there. You got to love learning from people that have gone through it too, right?
Amen. Amen.
So, businesses, there's always struggles early on with everything. Um, Being an entrepreneur, you're working super hard early on. So, what were some moments that were difficult for you early on? And even today, like what are some things you're trying to improve on in your business? And what are some things that you want to keep improving on that might always be a little difficult, but you try to get better at each and every day?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, definitely starting out. Obviously, I didn't have professionals or even just skilled people at cutting hair around me. So I had a lot to learn on my own, a lot to fix. If I'm fading somebody's hair on the side and I'm using a one guard, how do I knock that bottom line out? Little things like that, the intricate things. How do you actually uh, use my tools, my clippers? How to zero gap them, which means making the blades even. I didn't know anything like that. So when I got to the barbershop back in July, it was an eye opener, and I knew that I was going to get better every single day. But yeah, as of right now, really just looking to continue growing my clientele. By the end of the year, I'm hoping I could have a schedule that's 2 weeks booked out. So I'm definitely looking to make that happen.
Okay. 2 weeks booked out. You guys hear it right here on the Dloading podcast. Let's get this guy 2 weeks booked out, y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody, has someone that they look up to in the industry. Either it's basketball, whatever it is, barber, whoever it is. Who is that one person that you're like, man, this guy or girl does it right in the barber industry? Who was that for you that you're like, okay, I want to role model myself or
Yeah.
have some attributes of what they bring to the chair where you wanted to take as well to cutting people's hair?
Yeah. No, for sure. Number one, I would definitely say my boss Kino. He cut me as a younger kid, and definitely always wanted to be like him. But as soon as I got in the shop, I realized there's a lot of other great barbers here in this barber shop. So they do a whole lot of things differently than I do, just like I do things differently than they do. So it's just super nice to be able to take some great things that some of my fellow barbers do here and implement it into my work. So I would definitely say all seven of the barbers here, they inspire me for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome that you guys have so many barbers in there. You can learn so much, I'm sure.
All day, every day, 247.
Well, yeah. Once again, guys, this is episode 8 here with Darric Blockman. I want to say something real quick before we get to the last question here. Guys, if you could please subscribe and hit that ring button, that would help me out so much. I'm really enjoying the views that I'm getting on this channel, but if we can get those more subscriptions up to like 50 to 100, I would really appreciate it, y'all.
Make it happen. Let's go, folks.
Let's go, fellas. If we can like, comment, subscribe, let me know, guys, what you really want to hear. I'm open to anything, so let's make it happen. Once again, Darric, thank you so much for coming on. Let's get to the last question I got for you. Everyone's got some crazy stories, I'm sure, in the barber shop. Can you give me one good one for the people on the podcast right now listening that you'd want to share? It can be funny, it can be weird, it can be whatever. Let me hear a funny, interesting story to end this one out.
Man, that's tough. That's real tough. Wow. On the spot. I would say, I mean, every day in this barbershop is like a movie. Every day is new jokes, new clowning. Trying to think of a good one though.
How about this? What was the most heated argument you've gotten into in the barbershop debating something?
Okay, that would probably have to be the goat combo, the MJ LeBron conversation,
Okay, okay.
and that probably went on for 3 hours.
And can you tell us who you're siding with there?
That's easy.
And who is
LBJ,
that? Huh?
LBJ.
LeBron. My guy right here. He does his homework. That's for sure. He's a smart guy,
Hey,
ladies and gentlemen.
we're coming back next year. We're coming for that chipper. Just gotta move
Yes,
some pieces. You already know where I'm going with that one.
Yes, the Lakers have a lot to do. We will definitely be getting into that this summer to see what they have to do here. Lakers fan right here, Darric, and the whole Blockman family.
We're hurting.
Anyways, Darric, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, please make sure to like this video, share it to all the friends. I know it's a little different one, but I love these entrepreneur ones. Hearing people's stories is so important. So I really enjoyed this conversation, Darric. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, me as well, bro. Appreciate you having me. You guys can go follow me at Cutz by Block on Instagram, CutzByBlock, and please comment, like, share, and subscribe for my boy Dane.
Would really appreciate it, guys. Darric, a class act. Really appreciate it,
Oh,
man.
appreciate you, bro. Have a good one, brother.
Take care. Videos coming next week, guys. Thanks again.